banjo and the ukulele. So I don't know to what extent all of you have fed out the stuff that Doug Reynolds wanted you to feed out, but if you haven't, we've got a problem because I don't have any handouts. I was going to bring some. He said it's too many to copy, so we're going to walk through a miniature version of this together. Can you see that? Look at that. I married a genius. Honestly, someone's laughing. Okay, let me explain a little bit. This is a technique that maybe some of you probably know about it already, sir. What's going on, dear? We're kind of trying to develop a little bit of comedy in the act. We'll work our way through it. I won't talk about how long I played the ukulele. I played the 5-string banjo for a long, long period of time. I studied bluegrass banjo under Warren Kennison, who helped Earl Scruggs transcribe his classic 5-string banjo instruction manual. So I don't claim to be a great player. I've hung out with great players. And in addition to that, I played for Ronald Reagan a number of years ago, back when many of you were children or hadn't been born yet. It was quite a ways back, but he was running for governor. It was a lot of fun. If you take the 5-string banjo and you compare it to what's going on in a ukulele, you take your A string, your first string, and you turn it down by one note to a G. Let's do it at this time. Take the A and turn it down to a G. And you will note while doing so, you have 2 G's, you're still hanging on to your C, and your E. And it's a brave new world, as Shakespeare would call it. The simple techniques that we're going to do today, you can go to a 5-string banjo instruction manual. And if you're not looking at the notes, but you're only looking at the strings and where you're going to be fretting them, you can play a vast number of bluegrass tunes. When I go online, I see an awful lot of stuff that has to do with clawhammer. I think it's because it's a soul sister with the whole idea of strumming a lot. You know what I'm talking about? When I hear bluegrass, and I want to see this very, very delicately in a public place, I see manuals and I see people that claim bluegrass, and I don't recognize it as bluegrass. You know, Hank Williams playing a melody line and strumming, I just don't see it there. But we're going to talk about Earl Scruggs techniques, other things along that line. And when you learn how to do this on the ukulele, because of the intervals involved, you can go directly to tablature in banjo and are able to play. It's really kind of wild and crazy. Also a relationship with the guitar. If you have a guitar friend and they're playing off tablature, you put your capo on your friend's guitar at the 5th fret and we're ready to take off. It's really quite an interesting experience. We're going to start out to honor the great man, Earl Scruggs, by my wife and I playing Earl's breakdown. What we're going to do is we're going to place it in a situation where we're playing a little bit of chimes. And what is the technical world in ukulele terms of a chime? It's a harmonic. See, that's the thing that's so amazing about the ukulele world is all the advanced jazz and everything else y'all are doing. See that? today. Thank you. Now we do have an overhead. All this technology around me kind of blows my mind. We've already turned our A down to a G, and the chord formations will change. It's going to get awkward, but you're going to have to go over and change the page. My help. So, here is the thing that you can get in the back of your mind. You can say something like this. We're over on Bluegrass Ukulele chords here. At the very top it says that we didn't know we were going to have this technical aid. So therefore I'm telling you this. Bluegrass Ukulele chords. Now here's how this works. When I say you need to take this one string and tune it down one note, you can say in your mind, that's my idea of a nightmare because all the chords that I've learned are now obsolete. I have to compensate on that one string. Let me give you two things from the bluegrass banjo world that you need to be aware of. It is a small price to pay to open up this world, all kinds of simple picking patterns and playing. Number two, if we brought you into claw hammer, we would be giving you so many different tunings you would have a nervous breakdown. Does anybody know one of the tunings in claw hammer? Okay, it can be called mountain minor or it can be called sawmill. Oh wow, and you turn the second string up a half pitch? Well, that's weird. Yeah, it is, very weird. You take the fourth string, tune it down one, and the second string and tune it down one, and now you're in C tune. Just a very, very odd thing that you do. You're being delivered from all that wild and crazy retuning. We're only asking you to do it this way. Now, I teach at the Strum Shop, fabulous place to be. Go over there and talk to the owners and managers of that great place in Roseville. Talk to them a little bit about this. But the fact is that you're going to be learning a lot of stuff where I tell the students at the Strum Shop, when we're playing bluegrass, tune it down. All other stuff, tune it back into traditional tuning. Making sense? When you're strumming along and you want to work your way through 365 songs out of the year, stay in your normal tuning. When you play these bluegrass tunes, tune it down.